Hello friends, my name is Amelia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a flip through of the first 6 months of the year in my reading journal. I know we're kind of like quite a bit past the halfway mark for this year, but you know, as they say, better late than never. So let's go ahead and jump into my reading journal. So I'm in this pink notebook from Ferris Wheel Press. It is one of their feather notebooks, I believe they are called. So we've got like a nameplate here. I never filled it out. It doesn't matter that much to me. And then I start off my journal with just a little quote page and then also just like the title page. And my yearly setup is all done in this really like minimal like type forward style. This was inspired by Plant-Based Bride on YouTube, so you can check her out if you want to see where this theme came from. So on the next page over, I've got my book bingo. This is just like my little reading challenge for the year. I'm making progress. I'm close in a few spots to actually like getting a bingo. There might actually be some that I need to update in here, but actually I think I am up to date on this. And then I just have a page for my TBR, and I have read a couple of these. I think I've read Black Sun, and actually that might be it. Oh well, I'll get there when I get there. Yeah, and I just have like a lot of space for adding on to that. And then we have my book bracket page that was also inspired by Plant-Based Bride, and I'll do a video at the end of the year where we fill this in with my favorite book from each month and then narrowing it down to try to get my favorite book of the year. After that, we have my books read tracker, and the idea is to have all of these like mini books, but I ran out of ink for my printer and it's really expensive, so I haven't bought any more ink. But as you can see, I've filled up this whole thing actually, like because I've written down the book titles, and I think I might be on 38 or 39 now. I only have 64 spots, so I might actually need to like add some more up here or something, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Moving over the page, we've got a series tracker, and actually I need to fill in this spot because I did read book 9 of the Wheel of Time, so we are making progress there. And then this is just where I'm gonna put some stats at the end of the year. All right, next up we have a January, so pretty sort of collage-y sort of style spread, and then this is my January bookmark, but I also made like a library card for my January reads, which I thought was really cute. And then my January bookmark is just plain. And this is from December last year. I'm not really sure where it came from, but it's here now and some swatches on it. All right, then we have my first entry for The Bear and the Nightingale. We've got my pages read for January. Then I did like a full page spread for the Live Ship Traders trilogy. I read the whole of that in January. And I haven't done any of like these printouts like I did in these ones since then, but I mean, as I mentioned, my printer is out of ink, so I haven't had the ink to do that. And then we have February. I spelt February wrong. I missed the U somehow. Oh well. And then of course just the pages read, and I did like this was like, I think I found this like image on Google and just like drew it out. And then I have Chain of Iron and Crown of Swords. I'm not really that thrilled on most of the spreads towards the beginning of this. Like, I just don't think they're that interesting to look at. Now we have March, which was the first month that I shared on this channel. Oh, there's my cat. Beep beep, Gemma, I'm trying to do something. This was kind of the fantasy adventure theme as we saw, and here's my bookmark for that all filled in. So, and then yeah, I'm not super thrilled with the spreads in this month. Like, I like these two, but this one is just kind of ugly in my opinion, and these ones are really minimal and not that exciting to me either, unfortunately. All right, then we're moving over into April, and I kind of, this is sticking to everything, forgot to do like the bookmark at the beginning of April, so I just kind of like drew some random things on it, and it's kind of ugly, but you know, you win some, you lose some. I did like this moth design that I did for April, but I don't know, something about the execution, maybe it's like these ivy leaves that I don't like. I don't know, something about it is just not quite exactly what I hoped for. I did quite a bit of reading this month though. I like this 2-column sort of layout. It does kind of limit the amount of like decorating and writing you can do, but I like the way it looks overall, although I have so many pages in this reading journal still, and I want to start a new one for next year, so I kind of need to fill it up so I at least feel less bad about restarting it. Then we have May, and I quite liked this sort of vibe of May, like the little painting that I did of the mountain with the cherry blossoms, and then the pink and blue for my pages tracker. And my May bookmark was really cute too. And it got really filled up because I was using it in June as well. So you can see it's like here that it switches to being June, but it just looks like I read it a lot in May, but it's not true. I mean, I did read a decent amount, but not that much. Then we have the 4 columns spread again, and also Gemma. Gemma has no respect for filming time. Can you please move, sweetie? Gemma. Oh, you're just gonna sit on there? Well, folks, that's all for today. No. Gemma, you're gonna have to move. Oh, big thickie. All right. What was I saying? I don't know. I like the way this title turned out, even though it's not the most centered thing in the world. But other than that, oh yes, Prayer of the Orange Tree, the My Hygge Home book. I like how this spread turned out, although I see I missed erasing that line. Hang on, I can do that right now. There, just like pretend that you never saw that it was still there, okay? We'll just, Gemma's crinkling stuff now. Can you stop crinkling things? My goodness, having cats is something. Yeah, so anyway, turning over the page. Yeah, actually I did get quite a bit of reading done this month, because that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy shit, that was a good month. Although these spreads, not very cute. I don't like the way those 2 colors, they're like, it's like greeny blue and then like blue, and I don't think those go together very well. All right, and then we are in June already. That did not take that long. I have my very botanical theme with all the pressed flowers that I've been hoarding and my Hobbit pages, as well as my month in review spread. This turned out okay, but I think I would have liked it to be a little more, I don't know, it feels kind of like scattered. I didn't do the layout very well, and I don't like these colors together. I didn't test them before I just used it, and I should have done that. But now I know for next time. And I also didn't really do a bookmark for June. This was just like something that I was testing some other design on, and I just ended up using it, even though most of my June is actually on this May one, like I said. So in June, if you watched my recent video, you would have seen this already, but I ran out of space and my pages read tracker again. Then I have my fellowship entry on the whole piece of tea stain paper. And then I have Before the Storm and the Counselor, or sorry, The Storm Before the Storm. And I do like this spread too. I like the, what do you call this, a column that I managed to draw. And then this is probably one of my favorite like full spreads so far in the notebook. I just like the way these 2 pieces of tea stain paper sort of like bookend and keep all of this like contained, although I did kind of write on it a bit, but I still feel like the vibe works, and I really like this like flowery border and the way this skyline piece turned out. I think those were really nice. And then we have the final spread for June, Black Sun Fevered Star and Shadow of What Was Lost. These aren't like super crazy spreads, but I still like the way the columns are in here. They feel very, I don't know, contained. I don't know. And this isn't like my favorite, but I think it still does the job. I like it. And then after that, we are done with the first 6 months, and we are on to July, which I'm not going to go through in this video, mostly because I haven't done it yet. It's totally empty. So yeah, that is everything I've done so far in my reading journal this year. Let me know what spreads were your favorite, maybe if you've read some of the same books. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.